三皇五帝 Three sovereigns and five emperors is a term used in Chinese mythology and history to refer to a group of legendary rulers who lived in ancient China before the Xia dynasty. The age of the three sovereigns was earlier than the five emperors. Based on 风俗通义, comprehensive meaning of customs and morals, the three sovereigns were Fuxi, Nvwa, and Shennong. Fuxi and Nvwa are ancestors in Chinese myth. Their appearance marked the beginning of Chinese civilization. Fuxi's mother was a beautiful woman from a country called Huaxu. One day, she came to the legendary territory of the god of thunder called Leize, and she saw a huge footprint on the ground. Out of curiosity, she stepped on it and got pregnant. After 12 years of pregnancy, she gave birth to a son, who had the body of a snake and the head of a man. The boy is called Fuxi. Legend said Fuxi created Bagua, the 8 diagrams. One day, there was a monster in the river. The monster looked like a dragon, but not a dragon, looked like a horse, but not a horse, called Dragon Horse. There were patterns on the back, and no one knew the meaning of it. Later on, Fuxi saw a white turtle and noticed the pattern on its back. He suddenly realized the meaning of those 2 patterns and also understood the universal law of changing is only yin and yang. Based on it, Fuxi drew 8 different patterns called it Bagua, the 8 diagrams. Bagua became the origin of Chinese culture. Nvwa is the mother of Chinese nation and a symbol of female worship in primitive matrilineal society. According to legend, Nvwa used Lois and imitated herself to create human beings and human society. There is also a legend called Nvwa mended the sky. Once there was a catastrophic disaster occurred in the natural world. The sky collapsed and the earth fell. The ocean poured into the land and caused flood. The raptors and beasts come out to harm the people. She smelted 5 color stones to mend the sky, cut off the 4 legs of a 10,000 years old tortoise to support the sky pillars in all 4 directions. In addition, Nvwa made a musical instrument called Shennong. She used it to bring human beings back to life from the flood, encourage them to enjoy life and have babies. She established a marriage system for human beings, enabling men and women to marry each other and reproduce offspring. So Chinese people also regarded her as the goddess of music and the goddess of marriage. Shennong, translated as divine farmer, was also known as Yan Emperor. According to the legend, Shennong had the head of a bull and the body of a man. He tasted all kinds of herbs and developed herbal medicine to treat disease. He was the innovator of traditional Chinese medicine, as well as the founder of agriculture. He taught people the way of agriculture and invented the farming tool Leizi and grew 5 grapes. He led people to produce potteries and cooking utensils. He also taught people how to dig wells and reclaim wasteland to grow food crops. In order to cultivate crops according to seasons, he also set up the calendar, which is the 24 solar terms. His tribe later formed an ally with Yellow Emperor's tribe. Chinese call themselves Yan Huang Zizun. The distance of Yan Emperor and Yellow Emperor regard they are the first human ancestor of Chinese people, which has become the spiritual motivation for the unity of Chinese nation. Depends on the source. There are many variations of who classifies as the three sovereigns. In this video, I want to introduce them as Fuxi, Nvwa, and Shennong. Fuxi represents the beginning of the humanities of Chinese people. Bagua, the 8 diagrams, is the basic understanding of the universe. Nvwa represent the female worship and the fighting spirit that would never surrender. Shennong represent the start of agriculture and the traditional Chinese medicine.